happy Sibling Shanty Sunday. I'm Scott.
I'm Singin.
And we're siblings. And we sing sea shanties and sea shanty adjacent music. And it's week 6.
It's week 6.
Woohoo! Congrats on surviving to week 6. We're a lot to handle sometimes, so thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
And hopefully you're ready for some more sibling shanty edutainment. Something? What you got?
Edutainment? I don't know.
No.
So our first shanty of the day is a windlass shanty, and that is
not to be confused with a windlance.
Not to be confused with a windlance. What is a windlance?
It's a big, giant arrow that you shoot at, basically out of like a giant crossbow.
A ballista?
Yeah, ballista. That's the word. Yep.
Cool.
Yep. So this is not that.
No, this is a windlass shanty. And so a windlass is it's a horizontal winch, smaller and essentially it's sort of a newer version of a capstan. I should say a more recent version of a capstan. That's more commonly found on whaling ships. There's room for even like multiples of them, whereas usually only one capstan was found on a ship. And it's called Johnny Come Down to Hilo. So this one is it has a chorus that everybody sings along with. So Hilo is it's mentioned in several sea songs, 2 of which we're going to do today. This is one of them, in case you hadn't figured that one out already. Folk singers are sort of divided on where exactly the Hilo that's mentioned in these songs is. Some people theorize that it could be a reference to the port of Hilo, which is in Peru, which is a nitrate port. Some people believe it could be referring to there's actually a city in Hawaii called Hilo, which could also be. It tends to be used as a place of a destination, perhaps somewhat mythical. And in its usage, almost akin to somewhere like a Fiddler's Green or a Big Rock Candy Mountain, somewhere where sailors long to go and they don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah, you don't have to work and play, everything's great and the weather's always good and so this sort of mythical location, which could be a real place, but unclear.
It's not entirely clear. There's really only one sort of phrase of interest here, and it's a gunny sack. So when a lot of people think of the word gunny sack, and they think of I should say a common misconception
sack
is
races.
That no, well but when they think of like what the sort of the definition of a gunny sack is, sort of the common misconception is sorry, thought of something else. Is a gunnery sack, and that's actually not true. A gunny sack, the word gunny actually comes from...
Bless you.
I'm fine. Actually comes from the word gunny, which I may or may not be pronouncing properly, which is a Punjabi word for coarse. And so a gunny sack is a sack made of any coarse material, usually burlap. Modern gunny sacks are made of synthetic fibers and that sort of thing. So it's not made of burlap, but it is not a shortening of gunnery sack or anything like that. So that's where the word gunny sack comes from, or I should say the phrase gunny sack comes from. But other than that, that's about all the terminology that's used in this. So it does have a chorus that everybody sings along with. Well, we'll talk about that after the song's over. And the chorus goes like this. When Johnny comes down to Hilo, poor old man, ho wink her, ho shake her, ho wink that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny comes down to Hilo, poor old man.
And the lyrics are down below.
The lyrics are down below, in case they're also down below.
Whether you want them or not.
Yeah, they're just.
But if you're a visual person, they're down below. So yeah, just sort of chill. And this one gets done lots of different
yes,
ways.
it does. It does get done lots of different ways. There's lots of different versions of it out there. Some of them significantly
less family friendly,
saltier.
Yep.
Yes.
So if you're looking for other options, we will always link
a family friendly version.
Yes, family friendly favorite recordings on our video. But
stay tuned for our Shanties After Sundown series.
No, it's not happening.
Coming never.
Nope. But if you're out there searching for this song, just be aware that there are definitely like many folk songs, there are lots of different iterations, and it depends on the person singing them and where they learned it from, who they collected it from. Any number of things, both the style and the lyrics can change drastically.
Yes.
From one thing and the tune even can be different that way.
Yep, the tune, the deliverance. This one is actually is done by a lot of different groups. It's done by Kember's Men.
It's on the Longest John's.
It is on the Longest John's. Longest John's actually do like a super fast paced version of this one.
Really
ours is considerably more.
Yes,
more
ours
chill,
is a little more chill.
But yeah.
Yeah. One more again.
I've never seen the like since I've been born, like an Arkansas farmer with the sea boots on. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. I love little gal across the sea. She's a Boston beauty, and she says to me, when Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. Oh, who's been there since I've been gone, with the pretty little gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. I tied my gal in a gunny sack. She'll be true to me, at least till I get back. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. I know a man, his name was Ned, and he's got no yarn on the top of his head. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. My wife, she died in Tennessee, and they sent her jawbone back to me. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. I hung that jawbone on the fence, and I ain't heard nothing but the jawbone since. Singing Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. Oh, wake her, oh, shake her, oh, wake that gal with the blue dress on. When Johnny come down to Hilo, poor old man. Yeah, there you go.
Ain't heard nothing but the jawbones. Oh man, great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I really love.
It's really
I love those two.
Yeah. Dad jokes.
Dad jokes.
We're always fans.
We are.
And speaking of Hilo. Here's another one.
So here's another one from Hilo. This one is this is a halyard shanty. So this one has a bit of a slower pace to it, sort of a more deliberate nope, that's heaving. Hauling shanty. Pace to it. Called Tom's Gone to Hilo. Has a little bit more of a poignant sort of an atmosphere as well. So it refers to a couple of things. It refers to what's called it refers to Trafalgar, and that would be the Battle of Trafalgar, which was fought in October of 05. I remember it as if it were yesterday.
Sure.
Between Britain and France and Spain, and speaks about the brave old Victory, and that's referring to the HMS Victory, which is a 104 gun first-rate ship of the line of the Royal Navy. Was ordered in 1758. Laid down in 1759. So laid down is the formal term for when construction was first actually started. Ordered is when they were like, okay, start building.
Let's have a boat.
Yeah, let's have a boat. 1759 is like when like the first plank was laid. They were like, and start it. You know,
so they would have had stopwatches.
They might have had like a. No, actually, yeah, probably.
Somebody do that research.
When were watches? Wait, no. Let's take like a 10-minute. Let's take a 10-minute break and figure out when watches were invented.
No.
Okay. History of the stopwatch. Go.
Ready to go.
And finally launched in 1765. She was best known for her role as Vice Admiral Horatio Nelson's flagship at the Battle of Trafalgar. And has since been the flagship of the First Sea Lord since October.
What a great title!
The First Sea Lord, who's essentially
how does one get that title?
You got to be in charge of all of Britain's boats.
Okay,
that's how you get that title.
Where do I send my application?
You got to be in charge of a lot of boats.
Fine.
It starts with being in charge of
one boat.
One boat.
No.
Floating.
I just think it's a great title. Yeah, I just think it's a great title.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. First Sea Lord.
Awesome.
But it actually is although she's a museum ship now, she is still technically in commission, and she is the world's oldest naval ship still in commission, with 244 years of service as of 2022.
Respect.
There's also mentions Brave Nelson. That would be Lord Nelson, who was felled by a French sniper during the Battle of Trafalgar. And we'll talk a little bit about him for our third song. We'll actually talk a lot about him for the third song. But not to belabor the point too much. So back to the shanty itself. It's just calls and responses. There's no chorus. Lyrics down below. So the first response is away down Hilo. And then Shanty Man has a second line, and then the second response is Tom's gone to Hilo. Although you don't necessarily have to ornament it like I did.
Or you can ornament it differently.
Yep. Just go full on Jennifer Lopez on it. We can't stop you.
No.
And Jennifer Lopez, if you're watching this, let us know.
Do you like sea shanties?
Do you like
sea
shanties?
Sing with you.
We would love to sing a sea shanty with Jennifer Lopez.
That'd be awesome.
Super cool.
Right? Super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how we got off the topic there.
I was just thinking about singer Sue ornament things.
Okay. She's not the first one that comes to my brain, but...
Who's the first one that comes to your brain?
Well, it depends on if you're talking about classical ornamentation or pop ornamentation.
I think I was thinking like pop ornamentation.
Pop ornamentation. Yeah, there's several options.
It's because she's been in those previews for that movie that we're not going to mention.
Right, we're not advertising.
We're not advertising for cheesy romantic comedies.
Yeah. Although it does look cute.
It looks super cute.
Way off topic now.
We've gotten you're off the map now.
This is a beautiful one though. I actually really like this one.
Just burying the lead deeper and deeper.
Yeah. Yes, I actually really like this one. I think it's really pretty. Yep. No. Just pick a key.
Tommy's gone and I'll go too. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone and I'll go too. Tom's gone to Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone to Liverpool. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone to Liverpool. Tom's gone to Hilo. Tommy's gone to Mobile Bay. That's in Alabama. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone to Mobile Bay. Tom's gone to Hilo. Tommy's fought at Trafalgar. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy fought at Trafalgar. Tom's gone to Hilo. The brave old Victory led the way. Away down Hilo. The brave old Victory led the way. Tom's gone to Hilo. Tommy saw brave Nelson fall. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy saw brave Nelson fall. Tom's gone to Hilo. Tommy's gone forevermore. Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone forevermore. Tom's gone to Hilo. Tommy's gone, what shall I do? Away down Hilo. Oh, Tommy's gone and I'll go too. Tom's gone to Hilo. Yeah.
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 I like that one.
Yep.
It's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There you go. And speaking of Lord Nelson.
So this next one is a four-bitter folk song. So the earliest version on paper, at least the earliest version that's been found, dates back to 1891. It's theorized that it's probably considerably older than that, because a lot of folk songs that were written in commemoration of public heroes usually came out pretty soon after they met their ends. And so this one probably dates back closer to 1805, where Lord Nelson fell in battle during the Battle of Trafalgar. One second.
Hydrate, kids. Don't forget. It's important. Hydration.
It is. So, Lord Horatio Nelson, Vice Admiral Horatio Nelson, joined the Royal Navy, originally through the influence of his uncle. Came from a sort of a modestly wealthy family. But sort of the nepotism that sort of got his foot in through the door, evidently was unneeded, once he got in. Because he proved himself through sort of both academically and out in the field enough to warrant his own command at the age of 20.
He's got skills.
Yeah, he's got skills. Developed a reputation for deep understanding of military tactics, as well as not really having any problem just sort of turning those on their head, much to the dismay of the British naval establishment.
Outside the box.
Yeah. He did a couple of things that were to the dismay of the British naval establishment, but we're not going to talk about those. As well as personal valor. He liked to really sort of get stuck in during the battles, as stuck in as you get during naval engagements, to the point where he was wounded a number of times. For a field commander, he lost partial sight in one eye, lost an arm, Just got wounded a number of times. But
didn't shy away from a fight himself.
No, did not. But his commanding style was also very unorthodox for the day. It made him really popular with his men. He preferred to preferred to command through essentially through building relationships with the officers around him and with the men under his command, rather than you follow me because I have the biggest hat.
Right.
To sort of paraphrase it, was very popular with his men, both sort of the low level sailors as well as the commanding officers under his command. It was very popular back home as well. And when he fell at the Battle of Trafalgar, it was a big deal. He's considered, in fact, still considered one of the greatest naval military tacticians of all time. I think the last time the BBC had like the greatest greatest British person, like he was like 9th.
Nice.
Somebody who just left a great legacy. Somebody who was also very well respected by even the people he was fighting against. Just sort of almost like achieving folk hero status among the Brits. But so this forbitter it commemorates his death, but also commemorates the impact the positive impact that he had on those around him and those at home. It's called sometimes called Death of Nelson, but I like the longer title, which is Nelson's Death and Victory. So there is a chorus. It's in the same key as the last one. E. The chorus it has sort of a repeating part at the end. So I'll just sing it through for you here. On board a man of war, let him die in peace. God bless you all. On board a man of war, let him die in peace. Rhythmically, it's slightly odd, but you'll get the feel for it.
Yeah,
it works.
Yep. There's lots of words and story in this one, so if you'd like to follow along, again, lyrics are down below. Or if you just want to listen to sing
my dulcet tones.
Indeed. And sing along. Yeah.
On the 21st of October, before the rising sun, we formed the line for action, boys, at 12 o'clock begun. Brave Nelson to his men did say, the Lord will prosper us this day. Give them the broadside, fire away. On board a man of war, let him die in peace. God bless you all. On board a man of war, let him die in peace. From broadside to broadside, our cannonballs did fly. Like hailstones, the small shot around our deck did lie. Our mast and rigging were shot away. Besides, some 1,000 on that day were killed or wounded in the fray. On board a man of war, let him die in peace. God bless you all. On board a man of war, let him die in peace. May heaven reward Lord Nelson, likewise protect his men. The 19 sails of the combined fleet were sunk and taken in. The Achilles blew up amongst them all, which made the French for mercy call. Nelson was slain by a musket ball. On board a man of war, let him die in peace. God bless you all. On board a man of war, let him die in peace. There's many a brave commander, with grief he shook his hand, but their grief found no relief, for Nelson he lay dead. It was the fatal musket ball that caused our hero for to fall. He cried, "Fight on, God bless you all, on board a man of war. Let him die in peace. God bless you all, on board a man of war. Let him die in peace. Let's hope this glorious battle will surely bring us peace, and that our trade in England will prosper and increase. Our ships from port to port go free, and turn the hearts of our enemy to Nelson's death and victory, on board a man of war. Let him die in peace. God bless you all, on board a man of war. Let him die in peace. God bless you all, on board a man of war.
Yeah. Great story.
Yeah.
I like that one too.
Yeah, I love that one.
Awesome. Well, there you go.
There you go.
There's your sibling shanty edutainment for your Sunday. Or something. Thanks for singing along.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. And check out all the links below to great recordings, to other artists, to different communities' contributions to the art of sea shantying. Also, get your shanty merch. Their shanty merch link is available below. And go out and see some groups. There's more and more groups that we see online that are finding safe ways to have performances and, get out there and do stuff and, support folk music in your area. I don't know.
That's all I got.
Okay. Hey, be safe. We love you. And we'll see you again next Sunday.
Bye!
It's you.
Every time.